Alright, so let's get it on started. Well, get it started, whatever you prefer to say. Anyway, um, this is just a beginning of my trading card game called Forsaken Race. Basically, it involves kind of like Amazing Race, but with wizards and warlocks that are actually allowed to kill other people, maybe? Perhaps? I don't know. Anyway, started in 2018. The first attempt, or first rather attempt was index cards. Um, this being the very first one, bucket of human souls, because I believe everything should start off that way with a bucket of human souls. Um, pile of human bones. Bottle of vile potions. You don't want to drink that too late at night. Um, there's the modified version of Bucket of Human Souls. Anyway, let's move on. Still yet another version of Bucket of Human Souls that actually didn't make it into version 6. Still torn on this one. It might actually make it into another version. Who knows? Pile of radioactive skulls. Um, solar powered demon wings because we gotta conserve energy. Witch Doctor, he was actually one of my first characters. And then just a bunch of other crap. Bin of Goblin Pus because why not? Um, ball of ball of glowing slime. Looks more like a hairball, but could happen. River of Blood. There's a dog barking. Speaking of punk. Anyway, so that's basically how it started. And then it progressed into this lovely binder that we will now get into. Wasn't initially called Forsaken Race, but kind of evolved into that. And we have Witch Doctor, Necromancer, because everybody needs a Necromancer and a Wizard. Otherwise, it just ain't right in the world. I do realize I'm going to go shut this dog up real quick. Be right back. Okay, right. Yeah, those dogs is why I drink. In fact, I'm drinking a lovely Ellipsian right now. We'll start too. Anyway, character cards kind of progressed into these guys. The artwork is terrible, but artwork is not really necessarily a concern of mine right now. I just want to get my mechanics down. Of course, there's weapons. Grievous Club, Torture Dagger, Fear Flail, Suffer Sword. That actually turned into a different card later on in a different version. Whorehammer has kind of stayed the same throughout the years. Anger Axe because he's, well, angry. Serious Staff. It means it. Malice Mace. Then we got various shields. Bone Shield, Skeleton Wall. A couple of these have deteriorated into other cards. I say deteriorated because the art style has gotten worse. Bone Shatter. Maybe I'll get into more detail on this stuff at a later time. That's just kind of a rough rundown. These I think were from version 4 or 5. When I got the time concept mechanic, where instead of mana or lands, it's kind of based on the hours of a clock, to where you could play a card if it's between a certain hour of the day, like between 12 and 4. You could play 1, 2, and 3 type cards, stuff like that. Kind of working out the details on that one. I'm not sure how that's going to work exactly, but I kind of wanted to stay away from the land concept like Magic the Gathering has, and point systems and stuff like that. Because I figure time, you either never have enough or you got too much. So we'll see how that plays out. But anyway, whoop, I'm a little shaky there. All right, not from the beer. Okay, so we got Death Flask. These are item cards. Pain Tankard. These are probably going to be used for modifying weapons and other items that you might find in the game. Suffering Barrel. It does suffer blood well. It's got a lot of blood in there. I'm not sure how I'm going to work out the details on these yet, but there's no artwork yet, unless you include the crappy pictures there, but that's really not the important thing right now. The important thing is get the rules down. Artwork later, because I figure once you get the rules, the artwork will just kind of follow after that. There's my Warhammer. Warhammer is probably going to be a pretty powerful card. I'm thinking somewhere in the 12, 11 o'clock range. I'm thinking of dividing this in half to where defense is on one side and then attack is on the other, or something similar to that. Malice Mace. No artwork for those yet, except for the crappy stuff I already got. Tome of Skulls, that's like a spell book, which can be used as a weapon. Bash somebody over the head with it, I don't know. Shame C. Think I'm making these a banishment card, to where if you lose a certain round, you kind of get banished to these places. And there are the dogs again, so I'll probably be drinking more. That damned river. Corruption Cave, I'm going to leave him out because there's a couple other cards that I've already redone for him. That's like a little, embarrassment place to live. You really don't want to live there. It's like a shack in the woods. There's only like a dog and maybe a, I don't know, 7-Eleven. It's work in progress, obviously. These are some creature cards I did. There's Venomous Marauder, I'll leave him out. Bone Cruncher, Gold Juggler. Kind of like a supernatural circus act, I'm thinking. Skull Collector. He was actually what the game was initially titled, but I didn't really like that title, so I'm going to go with Forsaken Race. He's a character, though. I kind of downgraded him. Wrath Wrangler. Kind of like the cowboys of the game, I guess you could say. Smog Shield. Cheap wooden shield, because everybody's got a cheap wooden shield. I do. Various other ones. I got maybe 200 cards here. I'm not really sure, but Grimmist. You don't want to get stuck in that. Skull Implosion, probably like your worst hangover ever. Exploding Skulls, kind of like Skull Implosion except the opposite direction. Venom Sprinkler, which probably don't want to get stuck in that either. These are attack spells. Spite Sprites, really nasty little punks. Demon Horde, just what you'd expect from a Demon Horde. Death Cloud. Probably a really bad cloudy day, I'm thinking, with that one. Corrosive Catacombs. Figure a catacomb filled with battery acid, that's pretty much what you get. Spectre Shrine. Monster Mausoleum. Creature Crypt. Demon Cage. Poltergeist Prison. Probably don't want to spend time there. Terror Tomb. I'll probably go into detail on more of those a little bit later. And then we have one of the newer cards. I do realize the artwork is terrible, but I tried to get the mechanic of the resource on this one, where you can draw power from this and add 1 hour to a defense spell. So if it's between 12 and 1 and your weapon or spell is within that range, you can modify with that, which is, yep, anyway, these are, I don't know, I've already lost track. I haven't really drank that much beer yet. I'm getting there, but anyway. So yeah, we got corrosive cave, we got what I call it, corruption cave, cosmic screamer. I realize you can't really read the text, but I'm working on that. There's another corruption cave because I printed out a bunch of copies. Venomous Marauder. He is interdimensional robotic dragon. Resourceful pipe guy. He's actually made of PVC, and he fixes things because that's what they do. Steampunk Terminator. He'll pretty much destroy anything between the hours of 12 and 6. So if you have any spells or defense spells or items in this time range, he'll pretty much annihilate them. This is a weapon card. Mechanical skin shredder device. Any creature between the 12th and 5th hours are shredded. Creatures 6 and up are fine. So, depends on when you get up in the morning, I guess, for that one. But cranium blood splatter. It's like a serving tray of skulls that you can use as a weapon. Just go to your favorite restaurant and order one, I guess. Anyway, those were just duplicate copies. Anyway, that's it for right now. I'm kind of still kind of shaking around. I'll probably do more at some point today. I do know I got a lot of editing to do, so I apologize ahead of time if the video was kind of shaky because my phone is kind of balanced on my desk lamp, which is really not how you want to do videos. But I don't have much choice until I get better stuff. Anyway, thank you.